He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul, all to bring you the eternal glory of the Dark Side Drive-In.
It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
Hey, what's up? It's Shane, and you are tuning into the Dark Side Drive-In, which is our horror theme podcast where we cover movies from the 80s, sometimes 70s, and sometimes 90s. We are back in the 80s, folks. I know you were nervous about getting stuck in the 90s, but we are bringing you back softly, sweetly into part one of our third annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon. That's right. We've been doing this a while, and we've got a banger for you today. But before we get into kind of what's in store for us, we do have some things we need to bring up, and I'm going to pass that over to my awesome co-host Stefan.
You're not gonna like introduce all of us first? Like,
yeah, I should have done that. Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, Shane's here, and also Stefan's here, and also Mal's here. Say hello, Mal.
Hello.
I'm
We're
great
real
at
professional.
this. 3 years. Dude, you made a mistake last time, and I couldn't believe you did it.
I'm not surprised. What did I do?
So instead of saying plot description, you said plot, like, I can't even remember what you said.
He said plot summary. It was
plot
so
summary.
odd.
I'm like, dude, we've been doing this for 3 years.
It was like a record scratch on both of us, too. We were like, what?
So, we're human, except for Dave.
We're only human.
But yeah, we do have some things we need to address, and Stefan is going to take up the mantle. One of them is my fault, so just off the rip, I'll own it. But yeah, so what are we? I don't know if we like. It's not like an apology kind of thing. It's more of like a hey, this is what happened kind of thing. So
well,
kind of apology.
Yeah, real quick though. Is this not our fourth Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon?
Is it fourth? Am I an idiot?
I wouldn't say you're an idiot. I think that because we did the first year in 2023.
You're right, dude. It is the fourth.
The fourth.
Man, this is crazy. Yeah, fourth annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon.
Yeah. So it's sort of like Mal's like Dark Side Drive anniversary because she came in at the end of last year's. Although we also had huge hiatuses, which are not her fault. So, but that just happened to be what happened. But
we are bad co-hosts. And now apparently bad friends.
Everything just is really bad. Speaking of bad, yeah, Shane, you done goofed up. So we had to give Shane a paddling for his use of AI to make a joke song at last episode. And I'm an anti-AI person. I think people know it. I don't think that I do a lot to hide that I'm not a big fan of AI. But it was one of those things like where if it's going to happen as a bit, I accept it, but you've got to put some kind of what's the word? Like a disclaimer? Put a disclaimer in the episode descriptions. People don't think that we're hacks. They know that we're just doing a bit. So I before we started recording tonight, I made Shane add it to the episode description from the last one.
So yeah, I think 8 of you missed it. And probably 2 of those are me, at least. Because I usually, after I post the episode, I download it a couple of times and just listen to make sure it's working on all the platforms. But yeah, I honestly, I'm very anti-AI, especially for music, because the AI engines are pretty insane. We had a running bit through the episode. We were joking about squirting on the night feet. Glad I got that in there again.
Say the bit. Stop saying the bit all the
Oh,
time.
my bad. Sorry. So anyways, I'm like, hey, it'd be hilarious if I could record the working on the night moves and then just sing over squirting on the night feet. And then so I was like, I don't have time to do this. I'm like, hey, I wonder if I can type this into a prompt and it'll just do it for me. And it kind of did. And I'm like, I don't know if I should do this, but I did it anyways. But to make anyone feel a little bit better, I did press the generate button after I picked the song like at least 30 or probably 20 or 30 times. That way it cost them a lot of money, probably $25. So
really pushing that API token to its maximum.
It literally told me I can't do it anymore. So I'm like, okay, my work here is done.
Sir, please.
But yeah, so I apologize if I offended anyone. Not my intentions. I am also a musician, so it's kind of a bit of hypocritical kind of thing, but it was just a joke and I just was trying to do it quickly and I thought it'd be funny. I hope you got a laugh out of it instead of being like, this is AI, you piece of shit. But yeah. So again, if you heard the song Squirting on the Night Feet, it was
Jeez. Please stop.
And you can't unhear it.
You can't unhear it.
But it didn't really sound like it was like the Night Move song. It sounded more like one of those bro country songs, like
that. Literally, okay. Hold on. Here's the other thing.
What's the one? Zach
this is how
Bryan
bad this AI is. Okay,
Luke Bryan, or is it one of them?
Yeah, Brian Luke
or
Morgan Wallen,
Brantley Gilbert, Morgan Wallen. Oh no, is the AI also racist?
Yeah, surprisingly, actually, dude, it is. Do you hear about the court case where the guy's suing the AI because it's selectively discriminating against people of color and disabled people? It's insane. The California judge, I think, picked it up. I'll have to look into that. Anyways,
I can't believe technology being championed by incel tech bros is somehow also racist. How'd that happen?
It's crazy that people don't even understand that the reason it's doing that is because it's just feeding off of everything we put out into the universe freely. Right. And so really it's just a black mirror looking right back at us.
Yeah, it's us. The country thing, okay? I literally told it no country. I had to tell it to that's the least country thing that thing can do. I'm not kidding you. All it did is pump out country music, which part of me is like, is that how they're making all these songs now? Because literally it would not stop talking about tailgates, like getting drunk at a party with your friends in a field.
Cold beer, warm truck.
Yeah, I was like, but yeah.
Wet dog. That's kind of things.
Yeah, so very strange. Again, I don't support it, but if you want a good laugh, you just type a prompt in and say not country, and it's just going to make it a country song. Or am I going bad again? Am I doing the bad?
Let's just stop prompting it.
Yeah,
don't tell. Every time you prompt it, we lose like 3 gallons of water. Let's stop.
Okay, yeah,
We're 100 degrees in Pittsburgh in freaking June, and it's because of the bombs in the data center.
Yeah, I don't even have a shirt on right now. It's crazy. It's hot.
Shane's secretly invested in Gatorade or something. Like he wants to get rid of water.
Behind me, just like a neon sign of like,
just like do Brondo.
Water from the toilet.
Cold beer.
I did think one of the funny side notes of that thing was so the audience. So Shane did that purposefully to troll me, knowing that I would take forever to listen to the episode because I have a hard time hearing my own voice, so I don't listen to our episodes immediately. But instead, Mal told me the instant she knew about it. And then he's like, what the hell? And Mal sold me out. It's like, I think that she just let me know because she knew how much I would hate the idea. So instead of him catching me with a landmine somewhere in the next 2 weeks when I finally get through that episode, it just, the instant it dropped, she let me know.
Oh, also, I'm sorry about
I just said, I was like, did you know about this? That's all I said.
She literally just told me about it. And like, did you know about this? It's like, no. And now I do.
Now I'm pissed.
Yeah, let's stop shaming Shane. That's what we were kind of doing at the beginning of this with the AI thing. And now let's shame me a little bit. So, I have to be reminded sometimes that I have a different culture experience with certain things than other people do. And one of them is the involvement of slaughtering animals. So the movie we're going to be doing, as you saw in the episode description, is Slaughterhouse. And there is like a sequence where they don't show like an actual like slaughtering of a pig or something like that, but they do show like the that and the aftermath of it as a pig moves through like a assembly line during like the opening like montage. There are some instances where there's obviously actual dead animal parts used in the backgrounds of movies, or at least they look like it. And because this is kind of low budget, I get the feeling that they kind of found what they could use. And
they picked up a dead bird from the woods.
Yeah,
and they
if that's a real dead
manipulated it on
bird.
camera. That's a dead bird that they picked up in the woods.
Okay, so because okay, all right.
Clear.
Now, as a someone who is a little boy in the woods growing up with a morbid fascination of dead stuff, like I used to do stuff like that all the time, like pick up dead animals and stuff and get yelled at for it. And because I was raised on a beef, or like not on it, but my grandpa growing up, like not far from where I lived, he had a beef farm and they also had pigs sometimes. So I saw animals get slaughtered at a young age. It was just part of life. Right? Like, and chickens too. I saw chickens get slaughtered too. So I've been privy to this whole thing from a young age. So to me, it was just like, yeah, that's what happens. Like things get killed and then they become delicious. And I didn't realize that to somebody who might not be used to that, like our very own Mal here, that might not be super chill. And I should have made a disclaimer earlier on when I suggested it, and I should have made a disclaimer for the listeners. My bad. That's on me. Different situations here.
The thing that brought this all up and that actually makes me laugh a little bit about the situation is I was streaming the movie in my Discord and a bunch of us were watching it together, and I kept stating how upset I was that all the animals were getting murdered. I hate it. It's so sad. Everyone was like, well, the movie's called Slaughterhouse. What did you think was going to happen? And the thing is like, I thought we were slaughtering humans for 2 hours, and I'm on board with that. Let's do it. You leave the animals out of it. You leave those poor little baby animals out of it.
It's kind of funny because I think that by the time you were making that point too, Kevin had joined. And by some like crazy coincidence, his grandparents also had a beef farm, so he also had an experience of growing up around animals just being slaughtered. That's just what happens. So you had like an audience of like you, me, and the two other people, and one of those other people also had a similar experience to me. So like, It was just a funny situation to me.
I also grew up with animals, so also very like not like phased by it. So sorry, Mal, didn't even think about that.
It's okay.
But it's important to be reminded sometimes that I need to. Some things, like obviously there's big stuff that I have caught before, like, sexual assault.
COVID.
Or no, I'm talking about things that happen.
Okay, my bad.
Oh my God. Like
I'm so glad I wasn't taking a sip of my drink just then.
Okay. There's sometimes where I obviously catch the things we need to warn people about, and there's sometimes I need to be reminded. That was what I was trying to get at. Not that I've caught COVID before. I mean, I have, I guess, but
so what? COVID's not a big thing? Is that what we're?
Yeah, actually, what'd you do? Get the jab? You some kind of liberal? But no, yeah, obviously COVID was a big thing, and in some circles remains one. So let's move on from this issue to something else, which is I'm going to pass it Mal's way to explain something. We're really doing the gamut here. I don't think she was ready. I think she might have forgotten that I was going to call on her.
No, I'm ready. I just want to transition. Great work. 10 out of 10.
When I do this.
All right. Then the thing that I was going to do after my last transition, and then now with this transition, is to pass it to Mal for an announcement.
We don't do that.
It's funny. Nope.
I have an announcement. We were talking about the podcast and planning and scheduling and all these things and how we can get stuff out a little bit more consistently and a little bit more content for everyone to enjoy. And we talked about possibly changing up the format of how we do things. And so we're going to go ahead and start that today. We're going to give it a test run and see how it goes. But realistically, what the plan will look like is we're going to do every mainline episode, and it's going to be split into part 1 and part 2. So you'll be getting 2 episodes every month for the mainline episode, but it'll only be one movie that we're covering. And essentially how this will roll is we'll kick off the mainline episode. We'll do all the things that we typically do. We do the trivia, we'll do the cast and crew, production notes, we'll start into the plot description and get ourselves going into the movie, and then we'll pause for intermission. And that'll be where part 1 will end, typically. And, when we get out of Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon, knife noise, leave that in there. Don't put the knife noise in.
I always leave it in. Yeah, that's the way to go.
And we start getting intermissions again, then you guys will have 3 episodes a month, and it'll kind of run like a movie. So we'll go in, we'll get started, we'll start watching the movie, and then we'll pause, we'll take an intermission, and then we'll come back and finish the movie. So, some exciting things to come on the part 2s of the episode. We're thinking of some fun things that we can do, but you'll have to tune back in to see what they are. But when we do get into part 2, we'll finish the plot description. We'll go into the typical judgment categories and close it out. So that's the plan. We're going to test it out for a couple months and see how it goes. And if you hate it, let us know. We're here to do whatever everyone enjoys.
Yeah, and we're not doing like an update to the like Google does to Chrome that no one asked for this kind of thing. Like we're kind of doing it almost in direct response to our last episode, which was almost 5 hours.
5 hours.
Like we just can't.
Almost.
It was yeah. You did some wizardry to get that down from there, right?
Yeah,
that was my understanding.
It's 5 hours and 20 minutes.
It's a lot of editing.
Yeah. So the idea is, we don't record such long episodes. People don't have to listen to such long episodes. We kind of split it up a little bit. We retroactively make the name intermission make more sense if we do in between movie episodes.
That was our plan the whole time, folks.
Yeah, actually, wait a second. This was always part of the plan.
Yeah, this is the whole time.
Arthur, I got a plan.
We're going to Tahiti, Arthur.
We're going to Tahiti, Arthur. So, this is our Tahiti.
Dutch.
Marcus
Can't go to Tahiti, Dutch. Afraid of boats.
All right.
And I got the tuberculosis. Spoilers, sorry.
Yes, that is well, it kind of happens early enough in the game.
Dies.
Dude, that's a reference. That's like a reference from when we were in college.
That's an us thing. That's a me and you thing.
Yeah, it's a little special.
Kevin
moment.
will know too.
Oh yeah, I think he was there one of the 2 times you spoiled it for me, because you spoiled it for me once, I forgot, and then you spoiled it for me again. All right, good stuff. Good inside joke to waste everyone's time with. So I think before we dive into Slaughterhouse, the first movie of our 4th annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon. Swipe. Then Shane, I think I'm gonna pass it to you. We're doing so good at this passing it to each other thing. We are like experts at this.
So smooth.
Like butter.
Oh, is it my turn?
Well, no, I just called on you and said it was your turn because I really just I'm just gaslighting you.
Dude,
now.
I loved popcorn reading as a kid. I feel like, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like you just pick someone that's not paying the fuck attention. You'd be like, popcorn, Stefan. Now they had to read in class when you're in grade school. You guys didn't do that? Damn,
yes,
my teachers
I
were.
did popcorn
Thank
reading.
you.
No,
Nice.
we absolutely did it. I didn't enjoy it. That's probably where all my fucking anxiety comes from as an
It
adult.
gave me so much anxiety.
I just
read
triggered
I
both of you
hated it.
guys. That is crazy. Anyways, it is time for the hit segment, and we know because everyone listens to this and then they leave. I can see it in the numbers. Just kidding.
That's
it is the creepy questionnaire. Crazy music. This is where we come up with a really crazy, hard trivia question to stump the man, the myth, the legend, Seven himself. And now, joining us for our 4th annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon, almost a year, almost 1 year in, is Mal, Witch of the Woods. Fanfare. I got a pretty good question, and this one's one of my favorite movies ever. I have one question. It's a very important question. And then I also have another very important question, but the first really important question is Stefan and Mal. Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
I'm the readiest I've ever been.
And I still haven't come up with a tagline, but yeah, I'm ready to go.
Someone texted me and said, "Eat that hot dog raw." And now I'm like, I don't know. I don't think she can say that live on air. And then I'm like, what if we
I
did
will
squirt?
Absolutely not say that. I'm really upset that I've spent so much time in my adult life talking about hot dogs to the point I'm getting hot dog content in all of my algorithms. So we're done. We have to be done talking about the hot dog.
It'll come full circle when you get the Mickey Mouse stuff, where it's the hot dog song.
It's crazy to me because like I can't even really eat hot dogs. The sodium's too high. I'm too old. It's bad for my blood pressure. So I can't even eat them. But now I'm just it's killing me. Yes, slowly
killing you softly.
But like it's well, I guess. But the thing is that now it's like what in some circles I'm known for, and I hate that. It's like there was a time in my life I would have been proud to be this closely associated with hot dogs, but at this point.
We are all talking about you in Cholula's Discord.
I know. And it's like the time that I talked about it was like the first time I bought hot dogs in literally like a year. Like I just don't get them anymore. Like I have.
That doesn't take us away from the fact that you eat raw hot dogs out of the fridge with the juice still on them.
But I don't.
Gross.
I don't do it though now. I just had done it in the time of my life when I was
within the last 2 months. Within the last 2 months.
Well, yeah, now recently, but that's because I was treating myself to some dogs. I don't want to do this.
Treating yourself to a raw dog? No.
I'm not relitigating hot dog gate.
Treat yourself.
Raw dog gate would probably be.
We fell for it, Stefan.
Raw dog gate definitely sounds like an actual political.
It actually does.
Like, But no, I don't. Yeah, every time this happens, we were the readiest we've ever been, and now I feel like I'm so unready.
Do you want me to ask you again?
Well, no, because
okay,
you've shaken me. I feel shooketh.
Okay,
I feel like this is done by design. Are you here? Are you trying to psyop me?
In that case, insert dramatic music. It's a really long one.
So she said.
Hey, footlong wiener. Which of the following is not one of the murder weapons used by the killer in urban legend? And this is a multiple choice. So, option 1 is an axe. So, A is an axe. B is a rope. C is a chainsaw. And D is a car.
And I'm identifying the one that was not used in the movies?
Yeah, we're trying to find the one that was not used in the movie Urban Legend. Starring Joshua Jackson. America's Own. Dawson himself.
Can you read me the choices one more time? I'm so sorry.
Not Dawson. What was his frozen? Okay, so A. So we're trying to find the one they did not use. So A is an axe. B is a rope. C is a chainsaw. And D is a car.
Now, you never said that Mal and I couldn't confer.
Yeah, you guys can do this. Yeah, you're good.
So, rope is definite.
Yes.
Because I remember that the rope is the like scratching on the hood of the car or whatever, and then people get scared and they drive off, and someone's being hung at the top of the car.
Okay.
So, like, when they drive off, they hang them. So, I think rope is definitely one from Urban Legend.
Mm-hmm.
I think the car is also one. I feel like they...
Well, that I wonder, because there is the one about the person in the back of the car, right? In Urban Legend? It's been so long since I watched Urban Legend. I really just... And I was just thinking the other day, it's on Tubi, I think, and
it's so good. You should watch it. It's such a good movie.
I think it's a chainsaw. I don't know why.
I'm honestly
I feel like I have faint echoes of all the other options, and for whatever reason I don't even have I feel like I can't even see a chainsaw in that movie.
Well, isn't the axe on the VHS cover? I feel like it is.
That's what I'm saying. Everything else I have some kind of vague memory.
And if the answer was car, I'd probably make the argument that the car worked with the rope in the one murder. So I'd be like, I disagree. I think that they took two to tango on that one. Yeah, I'm going to say chainsaw too. If Mal, I don't know if you've resolved that you're going to say it, but I'm going to do it. Lock in.
Chainsaw.
We're going to say chainsaw.
So your final answer is C, chainsaw.
Yes, Regis. That's our final answer.
Okay.
So stay peeled next time, I guess, for when you'll reveal the truth.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to wait till part 2. You stay peeled for part 2 of our part 1 of our 4th annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon.
Part 2 of part 1 of our 4th annual.
Yeah. So showing you all the numbers in there.
Right. Yeah, enough of questioning us and then having us do the reveal for next time on a different thing. Let's talk about the thing we're going to talk about this time, which is Slaughterhouse. A movie that I quickly learned is problematic. So those who haven't watched it yet, pause this podcast, get out of here, go to Tubi, watch this movie. If you're not offended by the animal stuff I talked about. But then if it goes to like play the next movie, and the next movie is Slaughterhouse 2 Death Metal, reconsider. I started watching I started watching it before we recorded today, and it really put me out of sorts. It is not great. Nope. So what do we usually do when we talk about these? I think we go through the cast and crew. Silly voice, maybe some kind of sound effect. I don't know. So this is going to be the light speed version of this, because let me tell you, a lot of these folks haven't done a lot of other stuff. We're going to start with our double threat, the writer and director, Rick Rossler, not to be mistaken for Rick Ross. That's a different
I was waiting
guy.
for it. I was waiting for it.
That guy is frequently hustling.
Every day hustling.
I've heard this about him. Let's go over his credits. There's this Slaughterhouse. There's also Slaughterhouse 2 Death Metal, and he was a production assistant on Dead Girls Don't Tango.
All
right. Did everyone get through you all right? You're not overwhelmed by the glut of information? Are you ready for your Rick Rossler pop quiz?
Yeah.
I want to make a vote that we don't say glut of information.
But that's the phrase. It's a turn of phrase.
I don't like it. We voted to never say skin flaps, and now we're never going to say glut.
When did we vote about that?
Way. I don't know, but we did.
Didn't we vote on skin flaps during Nightbreed?
Maybe we did talk about skin flaps because of the
I don't know. When did we talk about skin flaps?
We did talk a lot about skin flaps.
Yeah, because I voted that we don't ever say that phrase ever again.
Yeah, here we are talking about it. The streets are alive with banter over this skin flaps nonsense. Well, that's going to be really hard. I say glut of information a lot. That's one of my favorite phrases.
That's unfortunately one of your favorite phrases.
Yeah, Mel's just kneecapped me on this. She's the Tanya Harding of my phrases.
You frequently just text me a glut of information.
I Tanya'd you.
You I Tanya'd me.
I Tanya'd.
Oh, no. I didn't expect it to happen like this. All right, I'll work on that. There's the music is a fella named Joseph Garrison. This is his only credit, but he also is a double threat because he's also a boom operator in this very film. So he got a couple of credits under him. I think that the soundtrack of this is interesting. We'll get to it way down the line how we
Sure
feel
will.
about it.
Part 2 of part 1 of our 4th annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon.
I think it's fair to say that Joseph Garrison's work was very mercenary. It was very like he had a budget. It wasn't much of a budget, and he did it.
He did this in his house, by the way.
So I was hinting towards, but yeah, you can just say it. I guess there's no reason to tease it. It wasn't like it was going to be a big reveal in part 2. It was like, by the way, he did this in his garage. What a twist. All right, moving on. We're really cooking. Special effects. Robert Roscoe and Dean Andelsick. Robert Roscoe just had this, but Dean Andelsick had some other stuff, tomato-oriented things. He did special effects on Return of the Killer Tomatoes, and he did camera and electrical work on Killer Tomatoes Strike Back, Killer Tomatoes Eat France, Big Fat Liar, Meet the Fockers. He actually had a few things. I just picked a couple big ones like Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz.
Oh, Castaway? Is that on his list?
Castaway is on his list.
Yeah, he was gaffer.
Oh.
He was a gaffer, yeah. He only did special effects on this and then Return of the Killer Tomatoes. But yeah, he did a lot of camera and electrical work on a bunch of other things. I just didn't want to go through all of them.
Do you think he decided the tomato scene in this one?
I don't know. Whoever
actually, I didn't think about that.
Whoever did that scene, actually, that was I loved that cut. I don't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
We're going to tease that as like one of the all-time transitions.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm just saying, interesting that he's on the. What does he do in this?
He's one of the special effects people.
He's
okay, he is. I got nervous for a second. I was like, wait.
He's catering actually.
Yeah, catering.
Yeah, but he's on this, and they have a pretty cool cutscene with a tomato, and then he goes on and does a special effects movie about horror potatoes or tomatoes.
We'll eventually get there. It's kind of. Oh, never mind. I don't want to bring that up. This is such a my brain is like a spider web, and how the things make sense to me. And if I don't know, I feel like now I've talked about it too much, so I have to say it. But I feel like if you say it, you got to cut it because it's too weird. So earlier, Mal had brought up Joshua Jackson, who's in Urban Legend, and then I brought up maybe not on this, it might have been cut, but I talked about the show Fringe. And in the TV show Fringe, Joshua Jackson's dad is played by John Noble, the actor who played Denethor, is that his name? The guy, the Minas Tirith guy, who is like the dad of Sean Bean.
Yeah.
And he eats tomatoes in a really gross way.
Sure does.
So it all comes back to tomatoes. It all comes back to tomatoes, guys.
I hate it. It all comes back to tomatoes.
See, that's why I didn't want to say it. I knew it was too much, but...
The title of your autobiography.
It all comes back to tomatoes. This is one of those things, like, if you could see, like, the heat map of my brain as those pieces lit up, like, they just traveled the entire...
There's a big tomato right in the center that everything connects to.
Yeah, all of my synapses are just red.
Bad news for you, Stefan. If that was your brain scan, you actually just have a brain tumor. It's not a tomato. I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to diagose that for you.
Like, sir, you have tomatoes in the brain. It's like, I know, I think about it all the time. It's no, it's like a tomato-sized tumor.
You only have 3 days.
Yeah, you're how you're still speaking to us is a miracle.
Excuse me, sir. I believe it's tomato. And they're like, yeah, we're not going to let him. We're just going to let this guy die.
A doctor says, you got tomatoes on the brain and stuff. It just, everything comes back to tomatoes.
I got that one
out of the hospital in the gown. And everyone's like, get that man. He has a tumor and he's unwell.
It's because I have that doctor from Arrested Development. He's like, this man has tomatoes on the brain. He's like, oh, he just really into tomatoes? No, he has a tumor the size of a tomato. Like, this doctor. Every time. All right. Sorry. There's one more person I want to bring up before we move on to the actors. I know, the audience can't see it, but Shane is sharing the first of the actors on IMDb, but we gotta rewind it back because we have a special, makeup effects artist here, Barney Berman, who has, I can't say glut again. He has a plethora of credits. Which include Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. Our Very Own House, which we did on this very show. From a Whisper to a Scream, which I want to do on this very show. Blood Diner, Brain Dead, Overexposed, Class of 99, Body Snatchers, Robo Warriors, Star Kid, The Rage Carry 2, Man on the Moon, Galaxy Quest, The Patriot, Planet of the Apes, Bubble Boy, Men in Black 2, Goldmember, The Ring, Bulletproof Monk, The Matrix Reloaded, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, one of those boring movies about ship fighting ever. They never ship fight. And the oceans are supposed to be battlefields. Torque, Dawn of the Dead, not the old one, obviously, the remake. Constantine, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, Tropic Thunder, Zombieland, Jack and Jill, Star Trek Into Darkness, 109 episodes of Grimm, Bird Box, Frankenstein's Monsters, Monster Frankenstein, Please Don't Feed the Children, Studio 66, and he also has a directorial credit, which is Wild Boar. I can only assume it contains a wild boar, but I can't verify that.
Man, he has some bangers on here. You really nailed this with a concise list, but there are a lot in here.
I had to cut it down.
Yeah.
Probably the most obscure thing I picked was that Frankenstein's Monsters, Monster Frankenstein. Yeah. Because that was like a Netflix special. It was like 35 minutes long, and it's the funniest shit of all time. If you guys haven't seen it, if it's still even on Netflix, it has, what's the name of the Hopper from Strange Things?
Jim
Hopper, yeah. What's the actor's name though?
I don't know. I'm so sad. He's so hot, and then we found out that he was just another piece of shit fucking dude.
I can't believe that a famous rich guy was actually trash. David Harbour. Yeah, he was Hellboy. Not the good Hellboy, but the other one. But David Harbour though, he's in this and he's so funny. Put aside your anger at David Harbour and just appreciate Frankenstein's Monsters, Monster Frankenstein, because it's like this fictional thing where David Harbour plays himself, researching, because he plays David Harbour Jr. and he's researching into his dad, David Harbour Sr., who he also plays, who was doing a live TV play version of Frankenstein, and he plays Dr. Frankenstein in it. And they have these scenes that are fake clips of the original TV version of Frankenstein that he plays his dad playing Frankenstein in. Okay, I'm not doing it justice because when you talk about it, it doesn't sound as cool, but it's very good. It's so funny. Whatever. I don't have to answer to any of you. I'm moving on. Anything else for
you live your life?
I know no one was saying anything. It was making me uncomfortable. So anyways, that's it for Barney Berman. He's a real one though. All right. Starting with the actors. We have Buddy Bacon, is played by Joe B. Barton. He was in Blood Diner. He was in one episode each of Sledgehammer, Home and Away, Water Rats, Bad Cop, Bad Cop. And he's in a movie called Fatal Skies. So that's all he really had. And fun fact about him is he was apparently actually 5'9". So to make him look more imposing, they'd have to either shoot him at angles or have him wearing crazy lifts or have him standing on pallets.
In crates and so, yeah, it was funny. I read that.
Well, it seems like they're shooting a lot of abandoned industrial locations. So yeah. Having worked in a factory, one thing I know they have a lot of is pallets. Places are lousy with them.
They have a glut of them. You think?
Whoa, Mal, it wasn't me. I'm not taking the blame for this.
Oh, I thought she said you couldn't say it. My bad.
I vote that we never say it.
I think, she's putting a full moratorium on
the
G word.
Got it. No hard G's. Understood.
I'm trying to figure out what the other hard G
say
would be.
Anything else. Somebody move on.
All right. Next up is Lester Bacon, aka Daddy Bacon, as played by Don Barrett. He was in Hobgoblins, which fans of Mystery Science Theater 3000 will know is one of their episodes. And then Desperation Rising. That's about it for him. The next one is Liz
real
Borden.
Quick. What? Can we talk about how they missed the best opportunity to name a character in this movie? Chris P. Bacon. and they chose Lester Bacon. So just saying.
Call up our guy, Rick. Tell him Rick needs to know. He missed the boat.
Judging from how great the second one is, I don't think he cares about anything. So,
all right. You want me to continue? Then I will do Liz Borden, as played by Sherry Lee, credited here as Sherry Bendorf. Now, people who have been listening for a really, really long time will already know who she is. She was in Demon Wind, a movie we did. Mal, you may not have seen Demon Wind because that was before your time on this podcast. Yeah. But she plays a character that gets turned into a doll. Isn't she the one that you lied?
You lied.
Yeah. She gets turned into a doll, but only temporary. She eventually gets turned into a human again and then killed.
What a dumb movie. I mean, sorry.
You're going to come down on Demon Wind?
I love it. It's so stupid. It's so good though. That might be one we have to revisit with Mal.
Yeah. If we ever do that intermission series I want to do.
How did I tell you about that? And then we'll have to maybe talk offline and then maybe take a vote.
Yeah, let's take it offline.
Yep.
Synergy. But yeah, no. So I actually looked at the stuff that I looked at my notes from Demon Wind because I keep all my notes because I'm a maniac. Maniac. Literally, so many of the things in my list I did for this were the same. Like I had Born Killer on both. I had Jolene in both. I had Happy Hunting in both. Did not have Slaughterhouse 2 Death Metal in my list last time because I probably wasn't out yet when we did Demon Wind the first time. And then I had a lot of her stunt credits when she did stunts in like Torque. And it's actually funny. I picked Birds of Prey, the TV show. I picked Torque. I picked, Jane the Virgin, but this time I picked Westworld. Last time I picked, the Pink Panther and Poseidon, the Pink Panther remake, and then the remake of the Poseidon Adventure. So it really shows how much I've grown as a person in these years that there's a couple of differences in my picks. You have to validate my growth. You guys have to. If you don't, you're toxic.
Is that how that works?
Yep. Okay. I'm going to hold you hostage.
Good job, dude.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Next up, Tom Sanford is played by Bill Brinsfield.
Oh shit! I didn't. Oh my god.
That reminds me of something else.
Oh, did you clicked on the wrong person? I skipped around a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So Tom Sanford was in. Or not Tom, this is his character. Bill Brinsfield was in the Lemon Grove Incident, Death House, Warbirds, Future Force, Terrorgram, Deadly Desire, Prophet of Evil, the Ervil LeBaron story, Werewolf, which, as we all know, as fans of Mystery Science Theater 3000, Werewolf was also one that they did. Not the upcoming Robert Eggers movie, Werewolf.
Which looks so good, by the way.
It does look so good. I'm a Robert Eggers fan the whole way through, so I will be seeing that in theaters.
You were happy with his Nosferatu?
Oh, yeah. I saw it in theaters like 5 times.
I still haven't watched it.
It's so good.
Back to Bill Brinsfield, Decaf, the Millennium Bug. So moving on.
Yeah.
Now it's your guy, Ronnie, as played by Jason Collier. Just this and then Surf Nazis Must Die, which I feel like Surf Nazis Must Die comes up a lot. So maybe we need to look into that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool movie.
This reminds me did you guys see that book I posted in my Discord today?
Is it the
Lesbian Megalodon Shark Lifeguard Summer Butt Hunt?
Yeah, the Chuck Tingle one.
It's got 4.4 stars.
You would like the Chuck Tingle series. You should check into it.
What?
Are they real books though, or are they just like
no,
covers?
They're just fake covers.
Oh. No, is it? It's got a 3.6 on Goodreads.
I mean, if it's on Goodreads, I think it has to be a book. So.
I agree. I thought that was all fake.
No, I went to the Amazon and could purchase it. That's what I took a screenshot of. I didn't purchase it.
No, they're definitely like.
Because then Momo came in and said, "I see your shark lesbian romance and raise you Cthulhu gay love story for the ages," and that one's called Property of the Leviathan.
I kind of lived a version of that in our Baldur's Gate campaign, Mal. Do you remember when I
don't want to talk about that. That was, I've never immediately regretted a decision so much in my entire life.
Shane, to give some background. So Mal and I are in the same campaign and we both got the opportunity to, go, I don't want to spoil the game for people who I guess haven't gone that far, but go to the Bone Zone with somebody who turns out to be a, mind flayer. And you can choose to do it in a human form
or like mind flayer form.
Or mind flayer form. Mm-hmm. And I felt like it would be like inappropriate to not just like accept this person as they are. Yeah, so like, I went to the Bone Zone on this like mind flayer. Mal didn't enjoy it.
It was happening at the same time. So me and Stefan and Mike are all just sitting in Discord while Stefan and I's tabs are having tentacle sex with a mind flayer.
Mike was just like hanging out, waiting for us to get done.
It was so crazy.
I think the part where you turned around, you're like, I don't like this anymore, is the part where it's like, it gives you those options. And one of the options is, you think that the tentacle is an erogenous appendage and you suck on it. I'm like, I'm doing it. And you're like, no. So I went to town on that thing.
That was so crazy.
That game is so wild.
Immediately, as soon as it was done, I was like, I need to go to church, I think. I don't know what's happening. So I've never regretted anything like that. I didn't need that. That didn't add anything to my life.
Next Sunday, there's like a record of like chronicling online 30-year-olds in church, and it's like, I got another one. You did the tentacle thing, didn't you? It's like, yep.
I'm going to open that church.
Quarter in a jar.
The funny thing is,
for chronically online millennials having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to hear this, like, digitally slut shame Mal, but she, like, goes to the Bone Zone with, like, every character that she can in that game.
Do.
And I don't. I'm kind of prudish. Like, I think that's only the second one I slept with was Tentacle Face. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. Like, this guy needs some loving.
Let's say you can make the most of it. Except that noodly appendage. I get it.
Drow twins.
The Drow twins.
I don't know how I managed that. That was my first run through. And I managed that somehow.
You're just straight up manipulating like AI, like the games. You're like, you've mastered the flirt module in Baldur's Gate 3 where you're just like 2 hours in, you're like, whoever I want.
I just do what I would do if I was still doing like dating.
Dude, playing a campaign with her is kind of annoying sometimes because new character shows up. It's like, you can have sex with them. I've done it. And it's like, okay, like, cool.
Just like slut shaming all the NPCs.
I'm just letting, in case anybody else wants to indulge.
Hey guys,
I'm letting them know.
Guess what? Withers
you know
down
what?
the bone.
Michael was pumped to hear about Missouri.
Can you break off some withers? You
can't have sex with withers.
Yeah, I knew you would know that.
That's a bummer.
Trust me, I would have tried. He would have been my first on my list.
Yeah,
that'd be the mod I would add.
I'm sure it's there, dude.
Withers big naturals, and then how to romance Withers.
So what's the point of Withers having them big naturals?
Mod, actually,
make use of
it.
Okay. This is this is enough of this.
Oh, we're so far off track.
We're just in the cast list. All right. Next up is Buzz, as played by Jeff Grossi. Just this. Then we're going to move on. I kind of jump around a little bit here. So then I'm going to go to Skip, as played by Eric Schwartz. It's just this, and he gets a thanks in Us, but not that Us. Not the Jordan Peele Us. Different Us. Here's one with some actual credits. It's Annie, played by Jane Higginson. She's in The Devil Wears White, The Ivory Tower, Danger Zone 2, Reaper's Revenge, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker, T-Force, Access Denied, The Silencers, An American Reunion. Not that American Reunion, though. Not the American Pie one, and then The Indian. So, credits. Moving on to Herb, who, in hindsight, I'm not sure who Herb is. Who's Herb?
Is it one of the kids?
I don't even see Herb on here. What's the actor's
He's
name?
below Buzz
Right
and
there,
above
under
Barbara.
Buzz.
Oh yeah, Hank Gum. Herb.
And actually, who's Barbara?
Oh, the two that got
I
killed
don't
first.
know.
No, that was Kevin and Michelle.
Then I have no idea.
I just feel like we covered the main people.
No, we're not done yet.
Ugh.
So we have Herb, Hank Gum, just this. Barbara, Linda Harris, the Human Shield, Bikini Bistro. Sheriff Borden, as played by William Houck. Speak of the Devil, the Abominable Snowman. Kevin, the first victim, Kevin Matthews. Joel Hoffman, Killer Workout. Pregnant Pause. Slumber Party Massacre 2. Not of This Earth, and Pumpkinhead, a movie that Mal did not like. And
Was
we almost
Herb
did for
the
this
guy that
podcast.
owned the other slaughterhouse?
No, that was Tom. That was
Tom, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to help here.
I know. I'm not frustrated with you. I'm frustrated with not knowing who Herb is. I just
was Herb the deputy that was missing? Not the one that we know about that was missing, but the other one was on vacation. Was that Herb?
I don't know. I really truly don't remember Herb,
All right,
but
give me a second.
because I know there's that kid who was at the gas station that they saw, but I thought that the kid who's at the gas station was Ernie, but maybe it wasn't Ernie. Maybe that was Herb. Or no, that was Ronnie was the one at the gas station. Man, this is rough. Is he trying to find Herb?
Yeah, the internet doesn't know.
You got that urge to herbal? All right, we'll just move on. We'll pretend that never happened. Move on with our first female victim, which is Michelle, is played by Courtney Lurcara. She's a night ripper, killing spree, feast, Things, and Grandma. The only one of those movies that I've seen is Things. Actually, I might have seen Night Ripper. It's been a while. Then we got Ernie, Tom Normand, Just This. We got Harold Murdoch, as played by Lee Robinson, the attorney, Just This. We got Jan, as played by Jeanette Saylor, the voice on the radio from the police station, Just This. We got Sally Jean Duncan, as played by Donna Stevens, the subject of the aforementioned tomato transition. She's in Battling Amazons and Shadow Force. All right. We did all that to get to our star of the show, Deputy Dave Thomas, no relation to the Wendy's guy, as played by Jeff Wright, no relation to Jeffrey Wright, the guy who played Jim Gordon in the Batman. He's in The Naked Gun, 2.5, The Smell of Fear, Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, High School High, Basketball, Rupert Patterson Wants to Be a Superhero, The Kids Who Saved Summer, and Subprime. So he actually had some solid credits, and I think he probably keeps his hand in most of those.
Yeah.
And the only other one I do want to bring up now, after having done this and then started watching part 2, is I will bring up the DJ, or the radio DJ, as played by Dave Fogel. I don't know what else he's been in besides being the radio DJ in this, but he definitely plays himself in part 2 of this, in Slaughterhouse 2 a couple years ago. So he's basically doing that Slaughterhouse. Well, no. It's a different town, so it's a different radio station, which did stick out to me and I thought was really weird.
Huh. They also changed, so Liz Borden in this one, her name in the new one's like Liz Burden. Or Borden.
I thought it was just a spelling error.
On IMDb? Never. We did it.
We got that entire cast. The stars have gone out in the sky, for they are all here in Slaughterhouse. Was that mean? That was mean. That was kind of punching down, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't know. So now it's time to go to the plot description, not the plot summary, which I apparently said one time. So real quick,
Plot description.
Sound. And maybe I'll just say Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon, so we have to have the knife sound
More
happen.
Sounds.
Knife sounds.
I usually make it happen now.
Oh, Shane, can you hire a pig to do some Slaughterhouse sounds too? Like,
no.
That's my impression of a pig squeal.
Hey, I want to just remind you the last time you did a weird noise, what I did to you. So I could take that wee and really go, I could stretch that if you want me to.
Yeah, you're really discouraging to my creativity. So
I'm just kidding.
Slaughterhouse. We open on a confusing quote from Benjamin Franklin. Just in this world, nothing can be said for certain except death and taxes. Benjamin Franklin. I thought that whenever that started, like it was doing like the really upbeat music too, and there's like the full moon. I was like, is this like a production logo?
Yeah.
And it was a Ben Franklin quote.
That's a Ben Franklin quote.
Well, you know how like out of control production logos have gotten if like someone's production company was like, hey, it's another film from In This World, Nothing Can Be Said for Certain Except Death and Taxes, hyphen Benjamin Franklin Studios Ltd. You know, like that's their full name. So, but yeah, then then after that, there was some red letters that pop up and they say, based on an actual macabre massacre. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. I've never heard of this variety of macabre massacre.
I think what they were going for was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, because a lot of the rhetoric around this film is comparing it to, I guess, criticisms too. Like a lot of the discussion around this film, it's about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sorry, I'm like about a minute here, but yeah, I think I was wondering if that was what they were trying to do, because that's what Texas Chainsaw Massacre did. So I was kind of like, is this kind of like a, hey, look at us kind of thing?
I guess I could see that. They don't eat the people in this, though, unlike in Texas Chainsaw, where they definitely do. But I guess the butchery thing is kind of similar. And the redneck element of it. And I also really thought this movie took place in Texas. I guess it's actually Southern California.
That's where it was filmed.
Do they ever say
in Oregon? No, I don't think they ever like specifically say like where they are, unless the radio does. But I don't think it does.
It has this like soulless, empty feel that Texas has. So I felt like it was probably Texas, but just taking a second to throw some strays at Texas or something.
There you go. Those are people you want to pick a fight with.
We've made it 0.2 seconds into this.
Yeah, we're the title yet.
We haven't even begun. We haven't even done the pro. There's like a prologue segment here. All right, stop it. Stop distracting me. We're gonna cut now to a police car, which contains Deputy Dave Thomas with some biggie fries, and he's also accompanied by
Wendy's.
Deputy Wendy's with Sally Jean Duncan in the car with him. Sorry, Shane, you have something to add?
That's Wendy.
I said he couldn't read because that's the whole thing. Dave Thomas had to learn how to read.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Yes.
Someone go to the Facebook, Google that first, and then go to our Facebook page and let us know if that's true.
Yeah, he didn't even graduate high school. That was like a big deal for him.
Oh, well, I hope it's true, but somebody go verify for us, please.
Is that why he made his burger square? Because he never learned to read?
That feels more like a geometry issue.
He couldn't write cursive. He wrote in block letters only. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Man, I made it one sentence into the next bullet point. We were doing
You were
great.
the one who was like, stop it.
Yeah,
stop.
Everyone stop distracting me. All right. So Dave Thomas taking Sally Jean Duncan out to Lover's Lane to make out. For the youths who now do everything online, that used to be a thing where you'd go and park a car and make out with somebody at a place. And it was often a place to get murdered in these kinds of movies because they're dark and isolated.
And distracted teens hang out there.
They do. Speaking of distracted teens, Deputy Dave, using his hawk-like skills of deduction, sees two parked cars but doesn't hear anything. Sally's like, that probably means they're just making out, dude. Like what we should be doing. And then Dave's like, no, I must figure this out. So he drives further towards the highest possible dock over the lowest water I've ever seen. And he hears screaming, but it's just local teens messing with them. And then one of them, I think it's Buzz, that jumps on the front of his car to like really scare him. They apologize after he pulls his gun because even though he's a local cop, he's still an American cop. God damn it.
So I have to tell you guys this. When I was watching this, I don't know how I missed that he was a cop. Like I looked away for a second and then I saw them just like driving up. And all of a sudden when the kids scared him, I was like, whoa, why does he have a gun?
I guess.
And then he like turned and I saw the badge and I was like, oh, I totally missed that detail.
It's like, I guess this is Texas. This guy just has a gun. I did like how they apologized after he pulled the gun though. So here's where we get to know the kids briefly. One of the teens, Kevin, recognizes Sally Jean, which she did not want to be recognized by his teens. She wanted to leave when she saw that there were other vehicles. Skip decides to explain what they're doing here. He explains they're practicing for a horror movie that Liz is trying to make. By practicing, it just means running around screaming, I guess. Sally makes the most transparent excuse you could ever make for being in the car with a man at night in an isolated area and says that Dave was just driving her home because her car got stuck. It's like, really? The teens have a laugh at it, but Dave kills the mood by asking if they've been drinking, and they say no. Survey says that was a lie. Dave asks Liz not to mention this to anyone, which is a pointed remark, as we'll later learn. Liz's father is the sheriff. And then, what is it? Kevin tells Dave and Sally not to stay out too late. It's like, oh, don't antagonize the cop. He could just kill you out here. They don't have body cams yet. The camera cuts to someone watching them from the dark, and we have sinister tones. Sorry, Mal. You had something to add?
No.
All right, sorry. Wow, really drug this to a halt. But no, the thing that I thought about that was it gave me real vibes of The Burning. Do you remember how often, like, you wouldn't remember this, Mal, because you weren't here for The Burning, but Shane, do you remember The Burning? How many times it cut to him watching them from elsewhere?
Oh yeah, from like a bush or yeah,
like if there's
or
a
behind
piece of
something,
if there's any kind of like architecture or land mass, he's gonna be there.
That could slightly obscure the focus of the shot. Yeah, that would like get behind
slightly
that.
Obscure him, but not enough in any way, shape, or form. But until suddenly he's in a boat and murders a bunch of people from the boat.
Yeah, right.
Mal, you've got to watch The Burning. It's so funny. It has a young George Costanza in it.
Actually, he's pretty dope in that.
Yeah, he's pretty cool until he gets murdered in a said boat scene. But yeah, so the teens are all laughing about how scared they were. And one of the boys, which is Kevin, no, it's not Kevin, actually. It's, what's the not boyfriend of
Ronnie?
Main character girl? Buzz. It's Buzz. Buzz is the one who makes a remark about Sally's boobs. I only made a note of this because he makes a latter remark in the movie about her boobs. I'm like, okay, this guy's got to focus. Liz doesn't care for that remark and says the guy should have some class for a change. And then Kevin asks Liz if they passed the audition, which is, I guess, the whole point of all that screaming. And his girlfriend, Michelle, thinks she hears a pig nearby. But guess what it is? It's Buddy Bacon. It's not a pig. He's just snorting. I guess it could be any number of pigs also in the slaughterhouse, because for an abandoned slaughterhouse, it seems lousy with pigs. So yeah, Annie is like, hey, it's pretty creepy here. Liz agrees. They both want to head to town. Kevin is like, no, we have plenty of beer and we don't have school because apparently I have a 4-day weekend for something. I had a hard time figuring out what the holiday is supposed to be because it seemed very summer adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
But they only had
a
long weekend, like a 4-day weekend. It's like, how do you get a 4-day weekend?
And like because like later you'll find out there's like a dance and stuff. It's like hog themed. So
that's the pig out.
It seems like a very like 4th of July kind of.
Yeah, but they only have a 4-day weekend. That's the thing is like, what is it? I thought it must be like an early fall thing, like a harvest season thing.
Maybe.
Potentially.
But like, what would you have 4 days off on a weekend?
Thanksgiving.
Could be Labor Day.
And then maybe they had like an in-service day ahead of time, or they had an extra day off or something. Yeah, maybe. Labor Day feels right. Because of all these. What?
Don't you miss though, like in college or like in school when you'd be like, oh, we don't have school tomorrow. We can stay up all night. And blah, blah, blah. Or like when finals were over and you'd be like, we don't have anything to do tomorrow. We're going to drink all night. I couldn't do that now. I wish if I had like a holiday, I'd be like, go to stay up all night. But like, nah,
it's like, I got a holiday tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed at 6.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to get a whole night of sleep.
Yeah, same.
7's bad at sleeping.
I stay up. Yeah, I fully intend after work Thursday that I'll be up until 6 a.m. Friday. It's not even that hard to get to. It sneaks up on you.
Sure does.
Suddenly birds.
One time, last holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I was at my cabin and I went to bed. I went to bed at like 11, whatever. Got a full night's sleep. My alarm went off in the morning. I got up to take my dog out. And when I came back to get into bed, they were still in the Discord playing games. And I joined. And I was like, what are you guys doing?
Oh, you did join really late one night. I forgot about
early
that.
One day.
4:45 in the morning. That's when my alarm goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of us in there still, too.
Yeah.
Because I know it was like Kevin was there. Well, he's in Japan, so. I think Pick was there.
You and Pick and Kevin, yeah.
There you go.
And then Kevin signed off, and you and Pick, I think, both fell asleep with Discord open.
That'll happen.
Anyways, we're doing a great job staying on track with this plot description.
Yeah, we better not do that. Fall asleep in Discord at the same time. Do it 3 times, and then we're technically married, I think. So Pick better watch out.
It's like common law.
Yeah. The law hasn't caught up to Discord yet. But this is the thing that really threw me off because I'm sorry, I'm going back to the plot description. So when Liz and Annie want to go back to town, Kevin doesn't want to go because they have plenty of beer, and Michelle agrees because school is out. So I thought school was out, but it's later on they mentioned that it's a 4-day weekend. So I'm like, okay, well, which is it? Your stories aren't matching up, kids. I've been watching a lot of Law and Order lately. This story stinks. But yeah, so Buzz and Skip clearly want to stay, but Michelle.
Is it Memorial Day then? Because it's kind of giving summer vibes, and school might potentially be out, but also it's a 4-day weekend.
So it's like school's basically out, and they probably don't have anything else to do, but they still have to go. That makes sense. I think Memorial Day probably does make sense then in that regard. But then why would they be having a pig festival in early spring, like late spring, early summer before the pigs are fattened? I don't know.
I mean, it's right before
There's a lot of plot holes in this movie. So a lot of plot holes, just this one so far, but there could be more. Who knows? Let's find out, shall we? But yeah, like I said, Buzz and Skip want to stay and hang out and drink, but Michelle and Kevin are like, and we want to also go down and scare Dave and Sally Jean, who probably are parked nearby. They have no evidence to back this assertion up, but they believe it. But Liz thinks that once a night is enough to scare somebody. And then Kevin and Michelle take lanterns and run off while the other two couples depart. I thought it was really interesting that Buzz and Skip said that they wanted to stay, and they just left anyway. They're being controlled. Relationships are toxic here. The audience can't see it, but Mal's got her head in her hands because that's ridiculous. Yeah, in this case, I think that Liz and Annie probably saved Buzz and Skip's lives. So Kevin and Michelle, again, as they ran off while the others were leaving, they go up to that ridiculously high dock to make out. I guess the idea was just to make out in a slightly different location, not to actually go and scare Dave and Sally, which seemed to be what they wanted to do at first. And you guys haven't remarked on this high dock. Is this not the highest dock?
I mean, yeah, if it's like a lake, it's definitely way too high for a lake.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they had like a pirate ship or something.
Pirate ship.
Where is it? Where do you park it?
I don't know. The dock. I
Below
actually
this tall ass dock.
So at first I looked at it, I'm like, is this like a waste chute from like the Slaughterhouse? But it's definitely too high. I don't know. Unless it used to be a high dive.
Well, they do have a ladder from the water line, but it's also confusing because it acts like the dock starts at a higher water line. Maybe AI drained all their water.
Oh my God.
Data centers.
Data centers got to them. Back in 1987? Time traveling data centers. Anyways.
Somebody write that smut novel.
Time traveling data centers.
My summer with the time traveling data centers.
Yeah, well.
It's a personification of an AI robot.
What would it behave like? What personality could you see that thing having?
It's like Vision in the Marvel movies, I feel like.
See, I was thinking of Benny from The Mummy.
I've never seen The Mummy.
Oh yeah, Mal's never seen The Mummy.
Like, why? There's 3 of them and 2 of them are good.
It hasn't come up. Hasn't come up.
I feel like it would be whatever the name of the computer is in the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick, but like sexier.
No, isn't that chess?
No. Well, I mean, probably at some point, but by the end, it's going to nuke the Earth kind of thing. It's like a AI that wants to kill the planet.
It's probably more likely going to be Harrison Ford from Ender's Game. But
well, let's be real. The sexiest AI, like robot/AI in all of moviedom is obviously Johnny Five from Short Circuit. That dude's adorable. He's funny. He's attentive. He's caring. He's the full package. Like why there hasn't been any smut about Johnny Five is beyond me.
What about the Terminator?
It's probably because you haven't looked far enough into the internet to find it.
The Terminator's too serious. I need a funny robot boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, Terminator doesn't have a sense of humor.
Okay.
But like Johnny Five at the climax of Short Circuit tells a joke to Steve Guttenberg. Classic.
Well, there's one Terminator that has a sense of humor. Sam Worthington.
I'm not frozen. I'm looking at you with disdain. Are you kidding me? Sam Worthington? He's less personality than Arnold Schwarzenegger does.
No, but in the movie, never mind.
What? He sucks. That movie. Look, I like that movie because Christian Bale does good work, but like Sam Worthington.
No, but the Terminator, the character he's playing. They wrote the robot has the ability to understand humor and try to tell jokes and stuff. I'm not saying this is like a thing on Sam Worthington's
but
performance.
He never does. So how do you know?
I don't know. You're right. My bad. Should never have said it.
Shane, we have to go through this. We have to go through this thing again where you can't assume things not in the text. The audience can't see that, so got to cut that out now. All right. We're done talking about hot robots. We're gonna move on.
How did we even get here? Anyways.
I ask myself this question all the time. Also, why is it all the hot robots tend to be man-coded? Like, where's my hot female robot?
Weird science?
Is she a robot?
I don't think she's a robot.
She's
a science experiment. She came out of pink gel, didn't she?
Yeah, true.
I mean, I guess the T-1000 can be when he wants to be. But it feels like his main form is Robert Patrick's cop. Oh, Christiana Loken from Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. Boom, got it. Well, I guess we'll go back to this well-crafted story. Essentially, we are at the part where they're making out on the dock, Kevin and Michelle, that is. Kevin apparently gets too fresh, and she's like, ease up, and then like runs off, and he gives chase. Very Miss Pac-Man themed situation here. They're being watched by an unseen presence, a la The Burning. You know who it is. It's probably Slaughterhouse guy. Musical tones in the background during this part sound like an ambient sound of a lawnmower in the distance. I don't know if you guys felt that way or if it was just me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
For some reason, Michelle hides underneath a bunch of refuse, but then she gets jump scared by Kevin. She runs some more. There's a lot of running.
Classic fake out.
Yeah, classic fake out jump scare. She hides.
It's going to be the killer.
Eventually, we all know it's going to be the killer, but not soon enough. She runs some more. She hides in some abandoned vehicle, a very large like van or bus or something. Like I thought it was a van, but it seems like it's a very, very large van. It might be a short bus or something.
Yeah.
Kevin gives chase. As they both move closer, they can see that the abandoned slaughterhouse is still very well lit. I can't believe anyone in this movie doesn't recognize that the entire place is lit up like it's still running. Like, why would you assume that that's an abandoned slaughterhouse? So Kevin climbs into the bus door to kiss Michelle. She pushes him and he falls against the fence. I'm like, it seems like a very violent relationship they have. I hope something happens to end it. The fence that he hits contains pigs. They cause a ruckus because they're pigs and they don't like being upset. And he loves it. So Kevin grabs a shovel he finds nearby and starts smacking the fence and like dragging it across the chain link fence.
He's fucking with the pigs. He's such a dick.
Why would you do that? Like they're clearly upset. He's upsetting them. The only thing I can say is he seems like he's really drunk, but like, what kind of drunk person's like, you know what I want to do? Like, harm animals.
Torture animals?
Yeah. Like,
fucking asshole. I literally saw that and I just knew. I was like, God, this is going to piss me off.
Well, luckily for you, we get an off-screen POV shot as someone is approaching and they're swinging a large cleaver, which is something that Buddy Bacon loves doing, is swinging his cleaver willy-nilly, often without any chance of contact. It is a good present. Don't get ahead of yourself. So eventually the swinging cleaver does make contact with Kevin in the face. Bloody wound, falls dead. He's dead. Michelle tries to retreat into the bus, which again is a dead end place. Why go into the bus further? But you know, that's why teenagers make great murder victims. They don't follow logic. So we see finally our boy Buddy Bacon, and let's describe him for the listening audience, shall we?
Has a big giant man with overalls and no shirt, and he has wild, greasy, crazy hair and a big beard, and he runs around snorting. He wears a pigtail on a silver chain around his neck, and his cleaver has a pig foot on the handle.
All right.
And if you're wondering, could you detect an odor from looking at someone? And the answer is yes.
Correct.
They bring it up later in the movie. So yeah, he definitely looks like he smells and vice versa. And if anyone of you have worked on a pig farm or have had pigs, pigs smell pretty bad. Pig shit is the worst. So just throwing it out there.
Yes, the smell never really bothered me, but they definitely do have odor to them because they can't sweat. So they have to cover themselves in muck and refuse and stuff to keep cool.
Elephants do that too.
But I'm not allowed to eat an elephant.
Are pigs just like little elephants?
Pigs are
or
so
elephants
cute.
like big pigs?
I actually wrote, I think pigs are cute and adorable, and I like their little toes because they're like kind of hooves, but they're like.
Yeah. Hold on. You wrote that down at this moment?
No, I wrote it down the first time I watched this movie.
Yeah, but like at this part of the scene, you're like, oh, cute little pig.
Yeah. Well, Stefan, continue, and then I'll tell you exactly what I wrote down.
Yeah, because I'm saying, because like the next couple scenes are going to be pretty rough for you if that's what you wrote.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these pigs are so cute. And it's just like chainsaw.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Spoiler alert, I guess. Buddy Bacon goes in swinging. He's hitting a lot of stuff in this bus before he finally gets to Michelle's. Like, I'm supposed to believe he's
spending
like,
a lot of energy, and she's like 20 feet away still.
I'm supposed to believe what Lester says about how it's like, oh, I'm a well-trained and accurate knifesman. And it's like, well, your son is trying to chop down trees when he's trying to butcher people. So like, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he finally gets to Michelle. We get a classic window blood splatter. She dead. Cue opening title sequence as we get, like big band music? Is it swing? It's like kind of like definitely like band orchestral swing music. A bunch of shots of hogs in a slaughterhouse. It's a very interesting tonal shift. I put in my notes. I find this tonal shift to be funny, but Mao apparently did not. So I literally added that after we watched this yesterday.
Because first they just cut to a bunch of pigs, and I was like, I really do love pigs. Even I like little pigs, I like big pigs. I think they're so cute, and they have little toes. And I wrote that down in my notes because I was so happy to be looking at pigs. And then I immediately wrote, are you fucking kidding me? And then another one, I said, I hate this. Why did I vote for this movie?
To be fair, they were pigs in a pen for slaughter. I don't know what you expected their story to end like. It wasn't going to be like a dream castle. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I will admit that I should have given more of a preamble to this about how there's going to be slaughterhouse activities involved. It doesn't show the actual execution of the pigs, which, believe me, if you couldn't handle the aftermath, you would not have done well with the actual slaughtering. It's not cash money, as they say. But yeah, so like the pigs are like, you know, that you see their bodies going through like the mechanism. I think part of the point though is to be disgusted by this process, because this is like the mechanized process, the very detached process that the father of Buddy Bacon, Lester, hates so much. It's very much an assembly line. It's like, are you guys familiar with Marx's concept of alienation from labor? The idea is that people who are artisans who could do a job well and can do it closely had more of a relationship with the work they were doing than the people who are on the assembly line, only doing a piece of it and never see the full picture. So the idea is a Lester Bacon style butcher who did the entire butchery himself, despite the fact that it took longer and was harder, had a closer relationship with his labor and therefore understood its value more than somebody who just throws somebody into a piece of a line and watches as pig after pig after pig is put through it. Cool. So this has been Marxist Theory Corner in our little film podcast.
I'll put some music on that one.
Segment.
I'm sure my mom will love that one. But yeah, so again, like the music finally ends. We see Tom Sanford. He's the floor foreman, the owner of the place. He's like walking through. He goes through a lot of places with hanging pig cuts, which I'm sure, Mal, you did not like. But he was heading out from the slaughter floor to the office to meet an older guy named Harold Murdoch, who is an attorney, but he seems to have a close relationship with. They head into the office. Tom is upset because Lester Bacon, the owner of the old slaughterhouse that we've seen and will continue to see, is too stubborn to sell. Even though his slaughterhouse has been closed for 8 years, Harold gets it. He's like, I've been friends with Lester for 30 years, but that's just how Lester is. So what?
We had this conversation last night. I'm curious to see what Shane says. For whatever reason, as I'm watching this opening sequence, I stopped to ponder. I was like, I wonder if Temple Grandin's going to make an appearance in this movie. And nobody knew what I was talking about. Do you know who Temple Grandin is, Shane?
No, I don't know fucking Temple Grandin is.
Are you guys so serious?
Dude, Shane, it's not even like the way she's telling it. So she did the Temple Grandin joke at this point in the movie. I hadn't joined yet. It was just Mike. So she did it and Mike didn't get it. And then later she waits till like me and other people join.
I'm sorry, Mal. I know exactly who this is.
Well, later on, she waits till me and other people are in there, and she makes the Temple Grandin remark again. None of us know. And
it's a nice big hug.
It's crazy.
Oh, so you do know who Temple Grandin is.
That movie's fucking crazy.
With Claire Danes?
Yeah. Dude, Claire Danes got some range.
She does great in that movie. That's what I was saying last night.
Oh, Mal, this is your vindication. Someone finally gets the Temple Grandin thing.
I completely
knew who Temple Grandin was.
I completely forgot. Like, honestly, like my brain. Yeah, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kevin didn't recognize her from her name. He recognized her from a photo when he looked her up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh
Very
yeah, I know
recognizable
who this is."
face features.
She like revolutionized the beef slaughter industry.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense why Kevin would have recognized it. Like, he was a lot closer to that industry than I was, and he had other reasons.
She was
Kevin's
also
real into the beef slaughter.
Kind of a really revolutionary person. She was on the spectrum, and so she really did a lot for others who are also on the spectrum. So he would have known about it from Slaughter and from his mother's work.
Fair. And that's all. And also, no, Shane, like, it's not like
it was a joke. He gets it.
Well, it's one of those things like where even though I grew up on paper in similar proximity to a beef farm, he was one of a family of fewer grandsons. So I had a lot more people that could be working on that thing before me. So I was just like, I can just go read some manga. I don't have to work on this thing.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
That's the difference.
Kevin can't read manga.
All right. Probably now he can read it way better than I can.
I mean, dude, he's got full access to all that stuff. Hot off the presses.
It is funny. Have you ever been in the Discord chain when he tries to explain a movie title to me and see if I can figure out the name of the movie based on the title?
No.
It's very funny. So he takes like a Japanese translation of a movie title and then reads it to me and has me figure out if I can guess it. Mal, I think you've been there for that some of the times, right? Like where he's like, "Do you know what this movie is?" And then like name it.
If I don't know. If I was, I don't remember.
All right.
I always just look at Kevin as my hero because one day he popped in the Discord after I had been like chewing Mike's ear off about not understanding magnets and like how they occur and what's going on there. And Kevin joined and I asked him about it. And he was like, actually, I can tell you everything you need to know about this. And it was the best. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I got all of the information. He explained it in a way that I could understand.
Tom Sanford and Harold Murdoch are meeting up. Yes, they go to the office. Tom's ticked off because Lester Bacon is too stubborn to sell. And then, Harold, I already mentioned this, has been friends with Lester for 30 years. He knows how he is. So Tom's says that as Lester's friend and attorney, Harold can persuade him to sell to him, or the county will confiscate the land and he'll lose it all anyway. And Harold corrects him and says, "We will lose it all," implying that they're already in cahoots. So I'm not really sure what that meant. If it's like so it kind of gets conflicting evidence here, because it seems like Tom is suggesting that if the county confiscates the land, they all will lose it. But later on, well, we'll get there, but later on, he's like, well, I'll just buy the land at auction. It's like, okay, then what's the danger here for him? Like, the only danger is for Lester, who won't get the money from having to be outbid. I guess, but in a rural Texas land auction in 1987, it's not like BlackRock's going to move in. But then anyways, in the background, we see a funny poster that says "Hogs are beautiful" with a picture of a pig on it. Smash cut to the peaceful life of Sheriff Borden. He's just like leaving his house. He's about to drive off in his car when he almost gets absolutely T-boned by Skip driving in his red Jeep. And like, Skip needs to be stopped. It seems like he's probably already got a couple bodies on him based on how he drives.
Yeah.
So he's there to pick up Liz, who's the sheriff's daughter, which explains like why Deputy Dave was so weird about her being there earlier. The sheriff says, "Skip, you're not a bad kid, but one day I'll be scraping you off the highway." I'm like, you'll be scraping bits of them from somewhere, I'm sure.
Don't count your chickens.
Don't count your roosters before they're chicked. And then as he drives off after picking Liz up, not the sheriff, Skip, he almost runs over an old man with a walker. I'm like, Skip needs to be stopped. Yeah. He literally like rips out of the driveway and almost mows the dude down instantly. It's like, geez. Driving in Tom's car, Harold and Tom are discussing their next attempt to make an offer on Lester's land. There's a lot of like scenes of these two like being in cahoots. The funny thing is, I do think that their plan is probably for the best for Lester, because Lester's just going to lose his land to the county anyway. Like, So Tom thinks it'd be cheaper for him to pick up the land from the county after foreclosure, which makes his earlier comments make no sense. But apparently he's agreed to Harold's plan to make it a win for all three. You know how like they have a win-win, win-lose, lose-lose, and then there's a win-win-win, and that's when Michael Scott also wins. That's what this is supposed to be, I think.
Okay.
So they pull up and they see a road sign and it says Slaughterhouse Road. Mal hates that joke. Shane, I thought you liked that joke.
I'd love it.
He needs validation.
He looked at me with a blankest stare like I didn't just talk to him about it while you were away.
We sang it together.
We did sing it together, and you kind of left me hanging there.
Well, I mean, you gave me a second.
Oh, true.
You did cut into that really fast.
Like, I didn't even have a chance to breathe.
Do you want to do one together?
I don't know.
Wow.
Sure.
Slaughterhouse Road.
This is what you pay for, folks.
Perfect execution.
Preemptively, our viewers went down 10%. I don't even know how that's possible. I just got a notification from Podbean. Like, you guys need to figure this shit out.
And how'd they view us?
We're on Twitch right now.
Oh, God.
In any case,
we're the new Ninja.
Oh, the old Microsoft version of like a streaming service?
What?
No,
was that
the Mixer? That was Mixer.
Oh, that was Mixer.
Mixer was the best, and I still miss it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty sick.
Oh, no, the reason I got mixed up is because Ninja signed
was
with
the
Mixer.
Yeah, he was the Mixer guy. The platform was way better. It worked way better. It was easy to use. Interface was great. Never mind. We can get into that. That's a whole nother. Twitch is robbing people blind. So I'm not on Twitch, so I can say that.
Well, the radio, as the sheriff's waiting for Tom and Harold, the radio's also like wild for hogs. It's saying that hog prices have risen 5 cents to a record high of 95 cents per hanging pound. My God.
95 cents per pound.
According to
1987.
According to Google, depending on where you are, it's right now between $2 and $4.50 presently per hanging pound. So I'm guessing it has to do with proximity to a place where they replace your hog meat with human meat. The radio also talks about how there's a storm front moving in. I think that's what we call Chekhov's storm front report. Then we're going to cut away from, the sheriff's car to Skip's vehicle and listening to a more youthful radio station that is K-Fat. I think that, Shane, you'd mentioned that before.
Yeah.
It's discussing their annual pig out, because everything in this entire area has to be pig themed. And it's going to be held at the local VFW. And I put in my notes, this might be the most true to life small town thing I've ever heard of. Is like a no alcohol allowed, like kids dance with like live bands at a VFW on like a random night. So yeah, I could see that. The sheriff's vehicle and Tom's vehicle pull up to Bacon and Sons to have their discussion with Lester. We have more of that droning background music, but at this point it started to sound less like a lawnmower in the distance and more like a far away single engine plane is the only thing I could come up with to put in my notes for what that sounded like to me. They walk around, the outbuildings. If you're trying to figure out like I should probably address this now. If you're trying to figure out like the geography of the Bacon and Sons like complex, like which building is this, which building is this, like is this one got underground areas, this one have others, you'll never do it. It's shot in the exteriors are like in one location, the interiors are in like 4 different locations. None of it makes sense. It's like as above so below, like none of these like tunnels make sense, so everything is just kind of nonsense. So as the men are walking towards the main building, they're grossed out by the number of rotting animal carcasses that are either hanging up in cages or just laying around. There's a lot more animal carcasses than I expected. The sheriff knocks on the door. Tom looks in the window to see why Lester isn't arriving, and he gets jump scared by Buddy Bacon doing his classic snort maneuver. All right, Lester finally gets to the door, at which point Harold explains that there's a new offer from Tom. It sounds like a reasonable deal to me. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned like this. Basically, he offers $55,000 for the property, and that's in 1987 money, mind you. That Lester can stay and live there. Tom will tear down the old slaughterhouse and replace it with a modern one that will provide 100 jobs to the community. And then the sheriff's like, and this will get the county assessor off of your back, so you don't have to worry about like back taxes and stuff. I mean, literally, they've just handed him the sweetest of sweetheart deals of all time.
Yeah.
So there's a bit more conflict as they're all arguing. Harold had told Lester long ago to mechanize, which is the opening we saw that I know Mal didn't like it, but I already explained how like Lester's doing it old fashionedly and it's not always the most cost effective way. Lester is mad because Harold told him later to convert the factory to a citrus packing like factory. And Harold's like, it would have worked if you'd committed to it. And he's like, these are the hands of a butcher. And slaughtering's meant to be done with hands and knives.
It was only a crazy monologue about butchering animals. And like, hey, you know what? I'm all for, like, if you're a butcher and you want to be a butcher and work with your hands that way, great. But like, as we are about to see here, just a little bit, they're eating dog food out of cans. So I feel like they should take this deal.
Well, that's the thing is like, so he's like, it's meant to be done with hands and knives, not chainsaws with mechanical implements. And Tom starts to leave. He's like, okay, I'm not dealing with this right now. And Lester's like, I can do with 20 good men what Tom does with 100 and without the 30% fat. And I was like, oh, like, so you can do.
He starts yelling about kids' cholesterol.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like really upset about like,
so is he really the good guy? Like what's happening here?
Well,
I don't know. I mean, we are kind of asking this guy who has an artisan craft and was apparently really good at it to sell out to capitalism. So he has some life comfort. Are we the bad guys?
I mean, maybe right
uses
now.
AI to make a song joke.
What?
I know. Also, this is like an AI issue. It's like they're just telling him this is inevitable the way that they're telling us. Okay, we don't have to talk about this.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can actually be a smaller craft butcher type person in a market that can sustain it. Like, he could do this if he moved from, I don't know what part of Texas he's in, but if he moved to like Austin or something, he could probably do it.
Dude,
there.
You're so hung up on this Texas thing. It's so funny to me. It's like he can move to like Iowa.
You think they can sustain a craft butcher in Iowa? What's Iowa's number one export?
I think they need. I think they need like somewhere in the
Iowans.
farm regions. They need like a little Main Street USA, and he just has a little butcher shop, and all the farmers supply him, and he cuts it up for everyone in town.
Yeah, but the problem is the median income of most small town USA places is so low. You need a higher median income to provide for the amount of like care and effort he puts into his cuts. So he needs to be
not
in a place.
If he's the only butcher that the farmers are supplying, and then he's then turning all of that.
So, having heard Lester's answer, sheriff tells him, "Well, the county is officially foreclosing on your property, dude. Like this was your last chance." So Lester now has 30 days to vacate. Lester's going to take this totally reasonably and everything's going to go smoothly. I'm joking. Lester's upset and he claims that no one, not the laws, a meat hacker, or a conniving lawyer will kick him off his land. He believes that all three of the men are conspiring against him. And I guess he's technically correct with two of them because, the lawyer and the other rival meat packer did work together. But again, they gave him a fair deal is the thing I'm trying to say. So that's the thing. No, I'm not going back to that. We're not going to do that again. So as they leave, Harold tells Lester, to think over the offer and there's still time to stop him from being evicted. Immediate jump cut to upbeat 80s music as we find Skip's Jeep. He and Liz are still driving from when he picked her up this morning. So it's like, how far away is where they're going? They eventually arrive to the gas station, and this is when they see Ronnie. So Ronnie is the gas station guy, and he asks them if they're going to the party tonight, which I'm guessing is the K-Fat Pig Out at the VFW. In the next gas station bay, Buzz and Annie pull up and ask if Liz and Skip want to join them for a Coke and some fries, which Liz is like, it's 9 a.m. What are you doing?
She's shaming everybody for those morning choices.
Okay, but hold on a minute. Hold on. They put so much, like I love ketchup. I'm from Pittsburgh. I could eat ketchup plain. He put way too much ketchup on those French fries. I know we're going to get there. It was an obscene amount of ketchup.
Maybe
she was just like
Liz
projecting.
Mean. No, she's saying you shouldn't eat a burger and fries for breakfast.
True.
Which is like,
too bad she didn't.
What do you mean? That's toast and hash browns and sausage.
Yeah, right.
In a different format.
You got me there.
I just couldn't figure out a place that would sell you fries at 9 a.m. Like, where's that going to be? Denny's?
Texas, apparently.
Texas?
They'll definitely sell you toast at 9 a.m. I don't know. I was trying to do something about Texas toast. That was nothing. That wasn't anything.
Stupid one, like
back to the plot description.
I could really sense that effort that went into that. So, Skip asks Buzz if he's buying, and Buzz is like, but you got the bucks, and Skip literally pays for his gas and throws his empty wallet at Buzz. Like, all right, well, that's a cool scene. That was worth our time. We cut to the sheriff, Tom, and Harold as the sheriff is hanging condemned signs on one of the many slaughterhouse doors. He says that it should have happened years ago as the place has become a hangout for bums and vagrants, and in parentheses, teenagers. That's me saying that, not him.
okay.
That's what the parentheses denoted.
I thought he said that in the movie, like, in parentheses, teenagers.
He became
what
Ivan
an insidious evening.
Wait, what is that from?
High Pike from Slit This. I will never forget. Like, that's another one Mal would add to the list.
The Mal's Miss Movies list?
Yeah.
It's like, do you think you can move around my town and do what you please? It's like, why does the police captain talk like this?
It's like the best side quest ever.
So yeah, back to the hanging of signs. The sheriff continues on his work as Tom and Harold walk off on their own. And this is kind of a weird scene. They like reminisce about the golden days of this slaughterhouse. It's like, back when trains of pigs would arrive and Lester ran a tight ship around here and stuff. Cause apparently Tom used to be one of Lester's employees before he got fired. So some bad blood there.
Yeah.
They also make mention of underground corridors. And I'm like, is this going to come up later?
No.
Never
does. But I was like, does this explain why people get lost so often during this movie? I don't know. But yeah, so Tom and Harold continue to talk about how Buddy, who we've met and seen kill, is not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Tom wonders if it's because Lester beat him, and Harold's like, "Oh, no. Like, Lester was really like good to the boy. He never mistreated him." And then Tom asks about the missing younger brother that Buddy has. Spoiler alert, that'll never be resolved in this movie.
No.
I mean, we know what happened.
The only mention of it.
But guess when it comes up? Next movie. Yeah, the sequel. Back to Skip and Liz driving, because that's what they spend 90% of this movie doing. They pulled over and then they spent a lot of time sitting there while the DJ once again announced that there's a storm on the way. And then also, the VFW has the K-Fat pig out tonight. Kids, come on down. So it's like, how many times are they going to tell us that there's a storm on the way and that there's a pig out for kids? Like,
at least 2 more times.
Well, and including it being at the pig out at one point and being at the storm at another. So yeah, we're going to see it some more. Yeah, Dave finally arrives at the door once we get the requisite amount of exposition, and Skip says, "I wasn't doing over 45," and Dave's like, "Well, it's a 25 zone, you idiot." And he's like, "You've also had 2 tickets in 3 months." And Skip apologizes for seeing Dave and Sally, because I guess he thinks that this is going to be like some kind of
like quid pro quo.
Yeah, retaliation, I guess, for like seeing them. And Dave's like, "Buddy, I was young once, I understand, but like, I have a wife and kids. I don't want to see my kids splattered by Skip's Jeep." And then it's like, oh, but also that explains why he doesn't want people to know about him and Sally. Because he's married and not to Sally. Yikes. Yeah, but then Skip assures Dave, he's like, "I'm not going to speed anymore. I'm going to be done with that." And then Dave reluctantly leaves. I think it's Dave's second biggest mistake of the movie. Do you know what his first biggest mistake is? I don't know, going to look at that slaughterhouse.
Oh.
It's a classic look from that era. We're going to smash cut to Buddy holding a pig and nuzzling its head with his head and kissing it. He really loves his baby pig.
Baby pigs are the best.
It was really hard to hate Buddy, I'm going to be real.
Other than the murder.
What do you think Joey would do if I brought a baby pig home?
Joey's pretty chill. I think
he would love it.
He'd show him the ropes.
I think initially it'd be very like standoffish, like, who is this? And then eventually it'd be like best friends.
I think the pig would definitely feel like that. Joey just wants to be friends to everybody all the time.
I could be like, do you know that old Disney movie with the dogs called Oliver and Company?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could be Joey and Company. And he's just like, "Yeah, you're taking you under my wing, kid." And he'd like wear sunglasses and ride on a car next to the pig. And you'd be like, where are they at? And you think they're downstairs or something, but they're actually just like,
they're
cruising.
both so little. Neither of their feet can reach the pedals.
Well, no, from the movie Oliver and Company, they'll be standing on the roof of a car. Have you not seen that movie?
that a very long time. It sounds like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Anyways, there's a cat nearby on a fence post with apparently upsets Buddy. He takes his massive cleaver and sets off after it. Spoiler alert, he does kill this cat, but we don't have to see it until later. And I put
we never see him killing the cat, so just
you see the cat being dead.
Yeah, you see the dead cat. You don't.
And that's one that I'm sure is a fake dead cat. That's
100% stuffed animal that they dipped in some kind of liquid.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Probably some kind of sauce, like a syrup. Ew, syrup never felt as gross as the way I just said it. But anyways, telling cut as we see Buzz splattering the fries with ketchup at a diner. Shane, it's what you thought. And I bet in Texas they don't even have Heinz ketchup. It's probably Hunt's.
It is Hunt's. It's terrible.
Worse. Wait, you lived in Texas. Is it like that? Is it really Hunt's?
That yeah, like you can buy Heinz at the store, but a lot of it's Hunt's. It's kind of 50-50.
Disgusting.
Shame.
It's terrible. They don't even know.
They don't even know what they're missing.
Don't even go to Europe. So.
I mean, I've never. Mal's been to Europe.
The ketchup situation, not as good as you would hope.
I just feel like if I'm in Europe, I'm not worried about eating ketchup.
As I was going to say, is I probably have other things to be concerned about. Anyways, after the ketchup situation and Liz's disbelief because it's 9:30 a.m., Liz asked if anyone has heard from... Yeah, Liz, again, shaming everyone. Mal's right. Liz is a real Buzz Killington. But yeah, so Liz asked if anyone has heard from Kevin or Michelle. They all make note that Kevin's car has been missing from his house, but they assume that Kevin and Michelle have gone to set up for the K-Fat pig out and probably started partying already. And Buzz is like, well, we should do the same since we have a 4-day weekend. And this is when the 4-day weekend comes up. So it's like, school isn't out. It's a 4-day weekend somehow. Skip changes the subject to what the girls are going to make him and Buzz wear for the horror movie. This horror movie subplot is so weird that it like only exists on the periphery of anyone's anything. Buzz suggests that Annie wear a mattress on her back and they both go naked and they might win the booby prize. And this is the second boob reference from this guy.
What an insane thing. He said, let's strap a mattress to your back and go naked. Like, what? What on... I don't know.
He is supposed to win
I couldn't follow. Like, that must have been ad-libbed because I don't know how any person could ever write that sentence down and be like, "This is good."
I don't want to explore it. So, anyways, that's the character depth of Buzz. Annie suggests that they wear masks, which is a so much more reasonable suggestion. And Liz said they can go get some from Leo, not a character in the movie, by the way, Leo. Because Liz needs to go to get videotapes from Leo anyway. I don't know if Leo's a person or the name of the store. I don't know. Is that a Texas chain?
It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh!
Got him.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Slaughter, Lester finds a condemned sign and crumples it up. He's upset about it. Buddy follows in after him as he heads inside, sits down the pig he was carrying with him earlier. But he put that pig down to kill the cat, we thought. So we think to ourselves the cat must be safe. It's not. This movie does the worst things it can. Lester explains he's upset because it's been 30 years of him being in business. We already know this. He's mentioned it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy is eager to show Lester something, so Lester follows him into the freezer in the next room. The famous segment. Lester sees the corpses of Kevin and Michelle hanging on hooks. Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre of him. Buddy gives some snorts, which apparently Lester can understand as language. And Lester says, "Oh, they were messing with your hogs?" And then Lester says he can't just slaughter people, and they're now in a heap of trouble. And he's very despondent for a moment. He's like, "I bought you that new Drumbucker Cleaver for your birthday? And I'm going to say that's what IMDb says. I didn't understand it that way, but I did Google it, but then Google just did AI search and found the IMDb and just repeated it back to me. He's like, cool. I'm not learning anything new. I don't think drumbucker is the term for that, but fine. He's like, and this is how you repay me? And Lester, this is my favorite part, is Lester's like, well, at least you made good, clean cuts.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, you killed some humans, but at least you sliced them up goodly.
Yeah.
Proud of you, bud. But then Lester's like, I would like to see other heads roll. Not these people who didn't do anything, but Murdoch, Sanford, and Sheriff. We should get them down here. So, like, basically, the plan is hatched. Lester, being aghast at his son's murder at first, has decided that this shall be their salvation. Because God knows that there's no one at the county courthouse that has a record of the foreclosure.
No, they could kill everyone in the whole state.
Yeah, he'll just kill everyone in Texas.
Hey, come check out this slaughterhouse real quick. You're like the last person alive. And you're like, oh, I don't know.
But yeah, this masterful, flawless scheme between Lester and Buddy is where we will leave it for now.
Cliffhanger. Love it.
We'll see how this plan works out.
The plan is set. He's gonna sick his pigman son on some people.
Or is he?
Yes, he is. That's the movie.
Or is it?
Before this movie just like takes a right-hand turn and he suddenly becomes like environmental lawyer because Aaron Brock.
No, he just finds yeah.
Like,
he finally moves to Brooklyn and opens his special butcher shop.
And then it just becomes like a love story, and it's like he falls in love with who's an actress at this time that would have been in this.
Angela Lansbury,
the girl from Weird Science. What was her name? Oh gosh.
Honestly, it's gonna have to be Meg Ryan, right?
And
so he's the new Tom
What
Hanks.
about the girl? What about the Phoebe girl from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Phoebe Cates.
Oh, Phoebe Cates? Oh my God. Luckily, she was too busy around this time doing Gremlins, the best movie ever made. Yeah, so there you go. This is our sampling of Mal's new idea that we split the story this way. I thought Mal, you were going to get mad because I told you specifically I wouldn't blame you for this, and then now I did. But no.
Blame
just
feels
throwing
heavy.
stones, glass
it was
houses.
a suggestion, and both of you said, yeah, let's try it.
I liked it.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes. But
let us know.
we've left you on a bit of a cliffhanger. We went through the cast crew production, right? We went through the first part of the movie. We kind of set ourselves up. This is the catalyst that takes off for everything else. And we're going to end it there.
Probably a whole lot of killing to come.
Or is there?
Slaughtering.
About or is there?
We can only find out if we
a lot of slaughterhousing.
Or
will you?
Housing slaughters?
I don't. Yeah.
No, that was the. Will you find out? That was the.
Well,
I just wasn't trying to step on your joke because you stepped on mine, but it's okay.
Well, I just can't figure out what we're doing with this. So basically, I want to say one last thing before we close out. Thanks to Rebel Revolver for our theme song, as it were. So good. They just had a couple of shows and we missed them because we didn't have an episode between then. But they have some more shows coming up in September, so check their socials. And there's a really easy way to get to them through the link tree that Shane puts down there in the episode description. So do that.
Sound like you're doing an impression of the priest from The Princess Bride.
Love, marriage, we are gathered here today.
Marriage is what has brought us here today. Or no, it's like why have gathered together.
Bring us all together
today.
If you were wondering how to listen to Rebel Revolver Check out the wink twee and the Dequiption.
A wink twee?
A wink twee.
Sounds like a weird slur.
Damn, we're gonna piss all the wink twees off.
All them wink twees are coming over here. They're about to be pissed.
As a white person that studied history, I'd guarantee that's probably a slur to someone. We've done so many terrible things to so many different people. It's just like,
oh. I'll be leaving this episode very stressed.
And then we still have a whole part 2 to go.
Me frantically Googling wink tweet.
Wink tweet.
Not to mention that we're sorry to anyone with a speech impediment. We're not making fun of you. That we're just talking about the dude from.
No, I think I've brought up on the podcast before that I actually had a speech impediment when I was younger, and it still comes up sometimes. Like mine was.
So that was all real.
It wasn't real, but it wasn't hard.
Never mind, dude.
It wasn't hard to do. Like, like when you can easily pass back into an old thing. Yeah. The worst one was like my pronunciations of L's or W's. Like a wog. Like, I'm going to have a seat on this wog. It's like, what's a wog? It's like, it's a log. I'm trying to say log, but I'm a kid with a speech impediment. So it was hard out there for a pimp, Anyways, this has been The Dark Side Drive-In. I have been Stefan.
I have been Mallory.
I've been Shane.
And we'll see you in part 2 when we get you the startling conclusion of Slaughterhouse. Spoiler alert, mostly killing. It's mostly killing.
Or is it?
Lots of slaughter.
No, he moves to Brooklyn. Fine.
He moves to Brooklyn, meets the guy married to someone named Deborah, and it's the prequel to Everybody Loves Raymond.
That's Queens.
Meet cute.
That's Queens. He lives in Queens. Mal's right, it is a meet cute, but he lives in Queens. Deborah!
It's a meet cute, but it's like a meat cute because he's a butcher.
Oh, like MEAT?
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like most of the things he does are a meat cut, so it's pretty close to a meat cute, right? Just one letter off. Oh, it's not as good? Whatever.
Do you think he's had his meat cut? That's where we end it.
Ended on a circumcision like we always do. Wicked witch music.
Oh my, amazing.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
He was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club. From Dynamis Media comes a horror cyclopedia. Watching movies from the gates of hell. Covers ripped from a blockbuster shell. Officer Bosch is the only good cop. Jugs and the stuff just can't be stopped. Things get hairy in the werewolves there. Turn the corner and the prowler is there. It's the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in. Come to the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in movie club. Shane's the one who runs the show. He produces and keeps the flow. The Savini of the ones and twos. Only Jack Cordell has bigger shoes. Stefan does the bulk of the research. His descriptions just can't be besmirched. Lots of synopses are the top of lore. Just like lamps and you'll be begging for more. It's the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in. Come to the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul, all to bring you the eternal glory of the Dark Side Drive-In.
It's the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. Come to the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In movie club. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. Come to the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In movie club.